Pod episode 4. We're not really keeping track of episodes, but week 7 preview, Thursday night breakdown, and a lot of other things to get into. What do we like about Thursday night? Like, what do we like about the Revenge of the Unks? You know, I titled our last episode Revenge of the Unks because for some reason Matt Stafford was playing very good. For some reason, like all the quarterbacks over 35 were doing really well, and then like it ended up happening to where like they actually all played really well. So how do we feel about that game?
Hey, bro, all I'm just going to say is Jalen Ramsey. That's me.
That's you?
I got that. That's me. I got that. Hey, everybody knows his famous video when he went on that podcast with Ryan Clark and them. They asked him about number 1. I got that.
Wait, what you say?
So Jalen Ramsey went on a podcast with Ryan Clark, and he's talking about going up against Jamar Chase, the best receivers in the league. And all Jalen Ramsey said was, "Yeah, I got that. I got that. That's me."
He said he got that.
Yeah,
You didn't see him?
he allowed like 3 touchdowns.
I didn't see him say he in fact did not have that.
He in fact
Jalen
did not have that. And the funniest thing was he allowed game-winning catches, a couple touchdowns, and just missed tackles, and he just did not play good. The one guy who I did say played good has to be Chase Brown. I think that one of the biggest impacts to opening up the passing game would have been Chase Brown, and that I guess wouldn't have even happened if he didn't really play well or just I guess get in a running rhythm. But the one where everybody is I guess obsessed over has to be Joe Flacco. 31 of 47, 342 and 3 touchdowns. I'm out of words because he would literally been on the team for less than 10 days. The one comparison I was gonna expect to hear was, they're gonna talk about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield did the same thing, something very similar. But overall, that was an incredible game. But Jamar Chase, 16 for 61 and a touchdown. I think Jamar Chase
got it.
I mean, of course he'll still have it, but I guess it was,
Hey, man.
there was.
All I'm just going to say is he had 16 receptions with a quarterback that's not his. On, what is it, 3 days notice almost? They only had practice, 3 days?
Yep.
He got 16 receptions with a quarterback that's not his.
I mean,
That's all I'm gonna say.
chemistry. I mean, when you got when you got a guy like Jamar Chase, I don't even think chemistry should even pop into your head at this point because you already know the type of player that you got, and you know the type of the talent that he has as far as being able to do what he does, even on double teams, triple teams, single coverages, one-on-ones, man coverages, zone coverages. Like you're gonna go to your number 1 target.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the ball. He threw 18 targets.
18 targets.
No,
He
I thought
dropped
it was
one.
20. I thought it was 23. It was 23 targets.
He
It was
dropped one
23
regardless.
targets?
It was 23, yeah.
He dropped the touchdown and he dropped that drag route.
Yeah.
When he ran that drag route.
Yeah,
He made
it was the most. I
Flacco
think
made
they
that
said it was
face.
the 5th most targets. I think.
5th most targets.
Was it the 5th? I thought it was the 4th.
Yeah, it was the
It was the
5th most. I think it was the 5th most targets. I
5th
believe.
most targets. I'll
Yep.
take that.
No.
Yeah, I'll take that.
No.
The one I will say is Rodgers.
I'll take that back. Take that back. It was the 3rd most targets in NFL history.
That's even better.
I take that back.
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
Although I will say though, Aaron Rodgers though, 23 for 34, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Although one of those interceptions entirely wasn't his fault, but all 4 of those touchdowns went to tight ends. That was very weird. And I'm not even gonna say like that like they got out coached or outplayed, since he just ended up with the ball with 2 minutes left in the game and they ran out the clock. So
That
I mean,
defense
as
got
far
outplayed.
as
That defense got outplayed.
that defense
I'm
got
about to say,
outplayed.
as far as
Yeah.
that specific drive,
They definitely got
they definitely got out. I mean, at the same, they got outplayed.
They got outplayed. Yeah, no, I'm not. You can't shortcut them.
You
They
can't
got
make no
outplayed that
excuse for
entire game. Yeah, they got outplayed that entire
You're
game.
paying-
Jamar
you're paying-
Chase had his way.
You're paying your defense.
That's the most expensive
Darn
defense, I
near
think, right now.
200.
I think
Yeah,
that's the most
they're
expensive
paying their
right now.
defense $220+ million. Each player on that defense is worth more than $10 million.
Yeah, you
I
got
think it's
TJ
only-
at 20. You got TJ at 41.
Jalen Ramsey's at 15.
Not worth it.
Highsmith is at 12.
Not playing like he was worth it.
The only 2 players
Slay
that's
at
not
10 mil.
making
Slay at 10
Slate's at 10. The only players that's not making more than 10 is Joey Porter and
I think is that rookie?
Yeah, the two rookie guys, that's on the D tackle spots. I forgot their names. I can't remember their names.
I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
And
remember. It'll come back to me eventually.
It'll come back. It'll come back eventually. But I will say, I think that the Bengals need to trade Joe Burrow away and build around Joe Flacco for the near future. all the
That sounds like a good thing.
all the cards aligned for that one. But enough for that classic Thursday night. We have headlines over the hours presented by no one. Carson Wentz will start this Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. Will. Now, will he play the whole game? Probably not, but he will start. CeeDee Lamb is active and will play without limitations, but with that, Trevon Diggs is also inactive, and Terry McLaurin is also inactive. Also, Commanders, right after they announced, I guess, Terry McLaurin being inactive, they ended up signing Treylon Burks to the practice squad, which they don't really need. George Kittle is 100% to play this weekend, but Brock Purdy is inactive again. He'll miss his favorite target, but no more Jake Tongues, no more Luke Farrell. We got real tight end football. Real tight end football in this league. And a little bit of trade buzz going around. Breece Hall is expected to get traded the next week. New England and New Orleans are the biggest suitors right now. And Devon Achane is expected to be traded to Seattle over the course of the next week. And a deal is likely done. There's apparently supposed to be a deal likely done, but we still have to wait on that one.
Nah. The source that is coming from. So he's a lot of people don't follow Seahawks football. And for people that do follow Seahawks football, the guy that reported this source is usually non-reliable. Like he's always non-reliable. Now, if we do trade for Devon Achane, the only way that I can see this making sense is if we trade Zach Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
Because Devon Achane and K9 fits our scheme the way that we're supposed to run it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people fail to understand that Clint Kubiak runs his offense similar to Kyle Shanahan. That's who Clint learned how to run his offense around. Kyle Shanahan taught him how to run that offense. So it's when you look at the way that these plays are ran, when you look at the way JSN is being used, it makes sense. The way that our tight ends are being put in certain positions, the way that we're running the ball and zone blocking, it's similar to Kyle Shanahan's. So if we do use Achane, I will say that having Achane will be great because Achane is a good back. He's a really good back. He's fast. He's really good out the pass, throwing the pass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really, really good, especially when he has a good O-line. He's really good. Now, the downfall to the situation is if we trade Woolen and we don't necessarily know if Woolen is going to get better, even though he's had his recent struggles in the last 3 games that he's played, that's going to kill us defensively. Because even though Darian Kendrick isn't a bad corner at all, you have to move Devin Witherspoon. If you watch how we use Devin Witherspoon is exactly where he needs to be. Why? Because he's used as a gadget player. He's not just playing slot. He's playing slot. He's playing linebacker. He's in a safety position. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's exactly where you want him to be at the positions that you need him to be in. He literally plays a percentage of every snap on every position around the ball except DN, D tackle, and edge rusher. Everything else, he's playing corner, he's playing linebacker, he's playing safety, he's playing free safety, he's playing nickel, he's playing a dime. So you're gonna be forced to move him to the outside and then put Darian Kendrick in the nickel because that's where he flourishes the most. Josh Jobe is cool where he's at. Now, I'm not saying that it won't work, and I'm not saying that it will work because now Nick Imamori is healthy. So if we can, and Nick is gonna be used how what's the name is used in Baltimore, how Mike used him in Baltimore.
Yep.
So being as though Nick is going to be used like that, it's probably going to be between Nick and Daniel Kendrick that rotates, which is good for depth and good for us because it keeps us healthy, it keeps us light. And typically you don't usually rotate corners. Typically, usually corners are always in the field 79% of the snaps. I'm sorry, not 79. I'm so wrong.
Almost
95% of the snaps.
95%. Almost.
So if you're rotating your defenses, it's keeping your depth. It's keeping them. It's like rotating running back.
Keeping them fresh.
It's keeping them fresh. So if we do trade Woolen, 9 times out of 10, we'll probably take Sharp, Woolen, and probably a pick. We'll probably get a 3rd-round pick back for him, maybe a 4th, because he's not worth a 2nd. He's not worth a 1st. Especially because his level of play that he had this year. Teams aren't going to risk that. Unless they're that dumb, then, hey, I ain't complaining. I'd rather be wrong than right in that situation. But just based on the type of player that he's been, just based on what Woolen is and the type of player that he's been, we can all agree that he's probably not worth a 2nd-round pick. He's probably worth a 3rd and a 4th, which is good. We can find talent in the 3rd and 4th round. Not mad at that.
I mean, any team could, but that'll wrap it up for that segment. We'll get into some Sunday games, or I guess all the Sunday games. We got the Rams, the game most of us probably aren't going to watch. I know I won't watch, but the Rams are taking on the Jaguars. This is the yearly London Jaguars game. How do we feel about this matchup? How do we feel about for starters? Puka Nacua will be inactive,
out. Yeah,
so he'll be out. So
Um,
there will be a lot of Devontae Adams
Adams,
usage.
yeah. So that's what I'm pretty hoping that they're going to do. Over the last couple of weeks, I mean, his usage has been pretty mediocre. Like they're using him, but they're not using him enough. Like I mean, I know y'all want Puka's workload to be up high, but it's just like, okay, Puka's out now, and with him being out, where's Devontae's usage at? Like you got to be able to split that because now when Puka does come back and he's healthy, okay, Devontae's not gonna want his touches to go away now. It's just like you got to be able to split it between both of them real good. And I don't think I'm not saying he's not doing it. I don't think he's doing it good enough to where it's keeping them both happy.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm not saying Devontae's not happy. I don't want to put words in people's mouths and things like that. But I'm just saying from what I'm seeing, it's like you got to get him the ball more.
100%. Though the biggest targets we're gonna see are gonna be to Jordan Whittington and Tutu Atwell if Devontae Adams isn't getting the ball. On Jacksonville's side of the ball, they're coming from a pretty bad week 6 loss against Seattle. A win there is much needed, but they're still a very quiet 4-2 team.
My take on it is based on what I seen last week and based on what they have and what Cohen has been focused on during his practice games. Because I follow all of that. They're gonna have to give pressure. They're gonna have to put pressure. They're gonna have to not allow Devontae Smith to get open. So that means that same, pass defense that they have, which isn't. I don't think one bad game is going to deteriorate the fact that they still have a really good pass defense. So I just think as long as they adjust, they watch the film that they were supposed to, they make their reads, they put Cohen puts his defenders in the position to do that. I think is it a home? It's London, right?
It's a London game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a London game.
I think the Jaguars can come up with the win. I think it'll be a really close game because the Rams are definitely a threat. Just because you don't have Nacua doesn't mean you still don't have Devontae Adams. You still have Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Adams is still a threat.
You still got depth, yeah.
Yeah, you just got a quarterback that likes to throw to his main target, which makes sense knowing who he is. So he still has a target. He just doesn't have a younger target, but he has a target. So and they still have a run game. So and the Rams are due for a win. They're due for another win. They want to stay competitive in the NFC. They see that, because of how unhealthy the 49ers are. We already know that 9 times out of 10 the 49ers might go downhill from here because of how hurt they are on defense. The offense can come back healthy, but that defense is going to kill them bad. It's going to be a lot of high-scoring games that they're going to have to do. And I'm not saying Kyle Shanahan can't do it, but that definitely leaves the door open for the Rams. As far as that's
100%. 100%. Everything you said was not incorrect, so everything was right. But Tennessee taking on New England. This is a New England home game. This won't really be much of a competition. If I got anything to say about that, this will be the first game that the Titans have a new head coach, Mike McCoy, after recently getting rid of their last one. So this will be exciting for Titans fans. But I guess the game of the week, the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Is this the end of the Geno Smith era? Is this game the end of the Geno Smith era? That's the biggest question.
I mean, if he shits the bed again,
if he throw 2 interceptions again.
Yeah, there's been multiple reports on the Raiders that Pete Carroll isn't really happy with Geno's level of play. Geno also said that he's so quote unquote just having like bad luck. I think he's in that mindset where he's not accepting the fact that he might just that his age might just really like be bouncing into him, and he really feels as though he can be better. And I'm not saying he can't.
He's 35.
I just feel like he's putting himself on a higher pedestal than what he really is. You can't put yourself on a higher pedestal when you're leading the league in interceptions. And this is not your first year doing it. This is your second year in a row as a starting QB in the last 5 years since you've been a starter that you've led the league in interceptions. The only year that you didn't lead the league in interceptions as a starter was your second year as a starter with the Seahawks. Your third year, you damn near led the league. You were second, third, I think.
And then he had like 15 interceptions, like 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15.
I think he had 20 and 15. 20
He was
touchdowns,
20 and 15. He was 20 and 15 with a QBR rating of 85.
4,200 passing yards too. I think.
You would have thought
Something like that.
you would have thought, and then most of his interceptions came in the red zone. That's what made it worse. Damn near 50-60% of his interceptions came in the red zone. So it's like how much, and I'm not saying that you can't get no worse than what you already are.
Yep, he
Like-
was 21-15 with a QB rating of 93.2.
That's worse than Bryce Young.
That's horrible compared to Bryce Young. And it's understandable for Bryce Young compared to the situation he's in, but Geno Smith been in the league too long.
His
A lot of
first year
people keep
with
saying, "Oh, well, it's because it's not his O-line." Bro, I done seen a lot of QBs produce at a high level with the worst O-line in the world. I can literally give you 10 QBs right now that are all-time QBs
Joe
in this
Flacco.
league.
Joe Flacco.
Just
Joe Flacco elite.
Russell Wilson, Joe Burrow,
Oh
Lamar
yeah,
Matt
Jackson.
Stafford,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson,
Lamar, yeah.
Pat Mahomes when they was dealing with those injuries that year. And he had a below-average O-line. We didn't see elite QBs. I'm not even going to mention Jalen Hurts. I want to say Jalen Hurts, but no. Not really. Not really.
Yeah, his first year he had 30-11. Second year he was 20-9. And
That's what I'm saying. And
year
then-
he was
And then his first year, we still, and that's what I'm saying. His first year, we still had the 30. What we had the 29th ranked offensive line in the league.
something like that.
Something like
He got
that.
sacked. He was third in sacks. He was literally third in sacks, and he put up 30-11 with a Q. What was his QBR rating?
109.
And that's how you know.
100.9, my fault.
And that's how you know
100.9.
coaching. And that's how you know coaching played a big part into that. That was a coaching thing. That's how you know Ryan. That's how you know Ryan Grubb. Because at the end of the day, Ryan Grubb didn't really do nothing different than what we already did the year before that. We were just more balanced. We ran the ball a little bit more. Last year we just passed a lot more. 80% of our playbook was based on the pass. We barely ran the ball.
Yeah, and right now he's 7-10.
It's 7-10 with a team that's actually running the ball more than they're passing. They're actually
with
more
a
balanced.
QBR of 77.6.
Bro, that's worse
And
than
everybody's-
Bryce Young, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody's saying, "Well, it's coach and Pete Carroll." Why can't we just take into the fact and accept the fact that this man is just getting worse?
He's
getting worse.
35. He's 35 years old.
He's 35. He's old.
Yeah,
He's done.
They just old.
Most quarterbacks don't get
That's it.
better.
But
Like at 35.
some do, some don't. I think the one
Yeah.
thing with Geno is it's just his time or something in Oakland or Las Vegas or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
this will be the Chiefs' first game with Rashee Rice back from suspension. So expect him. Marquise Brown is still in the mix, and that's the biggest one for Kansas City because I don't see Vegas winning this game at all.
Yeah,
The only way
I don't
the
see-
only
Nah.
way the only way they win this game, and this is by a long shot, and I know y'all not going to agree with me, but the only way they win this game, the defense. So them trading Jermaine Pratt actually helped them because now they have Devin White that's in that picture, and Devin White has actually been looking
He's
really
been
good.
tearing it up. Yes, he has.
He's been
Yes,
tearing it
he
up.
has.
So that
Yes,
defense
he
is actually getting better. That defense is definitely getting better. So if Pete Carroll can do
And
what he
keep
usually
pressure,
does
probably
and
on
keep
top of
pressure
the
on
ball.
Mahomes and
Yes.
prevent him from doing the things that he usually would do, then it'll become a defensive game. The only way that they win this game is if Geno does not play bad.
Yes,
And
you
that run
can't turn
game
the
is
ball
actually
over.
good.
You can't turn
Yeah,
the ball over.
that's the only way they
You
win, but
really
it's
can't
not
turn the
likely
ball
that they'll
over.
win their game.
And he can't.
The
And he
Rams-
can't play behind.
Now it is a division game, so it is a division game, so I don't see a blowout coming. It'll probably be a close game, probably by like 10, 15 points max. But I think the Chiefs will win this.
I know the Chiefs will win
Yeah.
this. I know
Yeah.
they will.
He said, I know.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee.
Anyways, but moving on to our, I guess, revenge game. Carson Wentz at home takes on his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. How do we feel about this matchup? This is
Justin
a
Jefferson.
lot less
It's a
talked
bounce
about.
back game for the Eagles.
Justin Jefferson is about to have a field day on that defense.
Justin
Cleon
Jefferson.
sure
is
about
out.
that?
Yes, Cleon is out for Sunday. He's not playing. He's out on a hand. He's out
Who's
with
that?
concussion. It's in your news. You watch your news. You got come on, man. You got to follow the
Gotta
team.
watch
Big
the news.
dog.
Anyways,
That man is not playing.
last
Bro,
week,
he's good to go.
He's good
last
to go.
week
playing.
was good to go.
Yeah. That's Landon Dickerson and Jalen Carter who questionable. So that shit
Oh,
getting
wow.
shut down on Sunday.
Very
That
weird.
shit getting shut down on Sunday.
Very, very weird. Most interesting though, Jordan Addison last week posted 0 targets for 0 receptions on like 20 routes or something. I don't know. So Jordan Addison could be somebody to look out for. Jalen Naylor's always in the mix. And Justin Jefferson is expected to have a field day. I could see Minnesota sneaking away with some type of weird finish at the end where they win. But I could see a Minnesota win. I
The only
feel
way
like-
Minnesota don't win this game is if his Carson Wentz don't do his job.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
They're too
Carson
hurt. They
Wentz
don't
can't turn the ball
have
over
they
either.
don't have Jalen Carter, so
Nah.
they don't have a rush.
no,
They're
no,
too injured at the rush. They're too injured on the front line.
on the front line.
So that
No.
means you have to rely on your secondary to do that, and y'all don't have the weapons to compete with that receiving core.
Yeah.
They're gonna move them around. Justin Jefferson can play all around the field.
Good,
Cleon's not a
yeah.
slot corner. He's gonna
Wait,
follow Justin.
we got Cooper DeJean who's good in the slot though,
Dejean's
not
not
starting.
playing
That's
in the
not
slot. Dejean is not playing in the slot.
but he can.
He's not gonna
not
play in the
playing,
slot.
though.
They're gonna
You
put
sure?
him on that outside. Yes, they're gonna put him on that
Bro, they
outside.
gonna have. I think they gonna have
I got
Adoree Jackson on the outside.
If they put Joey Jackson on the outside, then Jamar Jefferson is going to eat.
Jamar
He's
Jefferson.
going to get killed.
Justin,
No, I think they
Justin.
gonna have Quinyon Mitchell shadowing Justin
That wouldn't be
Jefferson the whole
smart.
game.
Would not
That
be
wouldn't be smart.
It wouldn't be
Because
What
smart.
you mean?
I'm a football
if you
expert.
move Quinyon, if you move Quinyon around out his spot, that means you have to rely on what's his name, number 8, Adoree Jackson, to
Yeah.
shut down their other 2 receivers, and we both know that's not happening. So you have to rely on Quinyon to shut down his zone, his area. You have to, because you can't move him around and stop one man, knowing that they're still going to use 2 other weapons that's just as dominant.
Yeah, which
Not
is
better,
Jordan Addison.
definitely not better than him, but just as dominant.
Definitely not better than him.
Yeah,
And Jordan Addison is just as dominant.
Did,
Jordan Addison can give you a clean bean 50.
yeah, he can give you a clean bean 50 for sure. 2
did anybody
tutties,
see
so.
the? Did anybody see the
But
news?
he hasn't been.
I would say, did anybody see the news that was trending, or the fake news where Philadelphia traded AJ Brown to the Steelers? He fooled everybody
Yeah, I
on Twitter.
seen
That
that.
fooled everybody
I
on
seen
Twitter.
that.
I will
I
not
posted it
lie,
on Instagram and I got so many DMs for that. They was like, "You're dead ass." I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
bro.
Oh shit, we got paid that 90 million in cash. We're gonna be broke.
Yo,
I
I was cracking up.
Delusional fans, bro.
I feel like he fooled the internet for sure. But just to find out that was fake, that was very much worth the laugh. New Orleans taking on Chicago. Chicago after a very good Monday night win, and New Orleans is just trying to find something. I don't really want to talk too much about this, because it's gonna be a Bears win. But
yeah.
but the other game of the week, America's second game of the week, the Miami Dolphins are taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
How do we feel about this
Lucky.
matchup?
battle of the
This is
cities. I call it a
Battle of the
battle.
left-hand quarterback.
battle of quarterbacks.
Bro, push Shador in already, man.
Bro,
Push
so
Shador in, bro.
back in 2017, we would have called this the Tank Bowl. This would have been the first Tank Bowl of the year. But both teams are too talented on both sides of the ball to tank. So this isn't even a Tank Bowl. I don't know what to call this. Quinyon Junkins played so bad last week. Dylan Gabriel played pretty bad last week. Isaiah Bond played pretty bad last week. David Njoku is inactive, so Harold Fanning is expected to get a lot of the work on Miami's side of the ball. Do we think that Tua gets benched?
No.
Nah,
Yeah,
not yet.
yeah, probably
Not
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Probably.
I just got a feeling
I mean,
he's
if
not.
they lose the next 2 straight games, then most likely, yeah.
If it's
They
a
gonna put
blowout,
an Eagles.
if it's a blowout game, then probably yeah. But if it's a close game and it just so happens that the defense shits the bed and his numbers actually look good, then probably not. No.
Yeah, if his numbers look good, then they're probably not going to do it.
Yep, not much to say about that game. I think Cleveland might sneak away with something, and then everybody's glazing Dylan Gabriel for a week, and then we go from that. But the Panthers taking on the Jets, the 0-6 Jets, by the way. I don't think that the Jets win this game. I don't think that at any point we talk about the Jets winning anything, because they need to fire everybody, because I don't know what's up in New York. I went back and watched Justin Field last week, and I was like, I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed watching Justin Fields last week. And like, that's nothing new with Justin Fields. That's nothing new with the Jets either. I don't even want to talk about this, but what are the feelings for this game?
I think the Jets are not going to win.
Fields it's either they're not going to
Bryce
win.
Young go off.
Yeah, something like that.
Bryce Young
because-
go off with 4 touchdowns.
Nah.
something like that.
I mean, if I'm being, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If I'm being realistic, I'm gonna keep it a whole. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Justin Fields makes a lot of mistakes in the pocket. Most of his mistakes come from within the pocket because the O-line holds up for him. He holds the ball a lot. He doesn't make his reads properly. He hesitates too much when he's trying to look for the open man. It's like you want to make the move, but you don't want to risk the interception, so you choose not to throw it and you try to run first. And I think that stimulates. I think that stimulates from him doing that so much with the Bears that it's starting to like really like lock into him. Like, I'm gonna run first before I throw the ball instead of just making my first read and throwing it to my star running back to get me the short yards, or throwing it to my star receiver to get me the big yards when I know I can get it there. And I think over the course of those games, he's been losing his confidence.
Yeah.
But This is a
Me
hot
too.
take, and I might be wrong. I really think they mess around and actually beat the Panthers.
If Tyrod plays,
The only reason why I say that is because the only reason why I say that is because if Justin Fields can fix those little mistakes that he clearly made the week before,
hmm
because the compared to the Broncos are a top five defense. The Carolina are nowhere near top five. They're top 15 in every statistical category. So that pressure's not going to hit him as much. It's like him playing the Panthers defense is like him playing the Steelers defense. If we're being honest, just younger, just younger. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if he can some way somehow fix those mistakes, then the play calling too. The play calling got to be better. If the play calling can be better, I think they might sneak a win. This is a hot take though. If I'm wrong, call me out on it when it happens. But
I'm not gonna
I
I
say
think they
you're
might win.
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I
The play
think
calling do
the
gotta
Jets
be a
game
little bit
going
better
on.
too. But another thing it is too is just he doesn't in Pittsburgh. I mean, we've seen this. He didn't air the ball out. He's afraid of interceptions. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody wants to throw him, but Brad, they're gonna happen sometimes. They're gonna happen. Just don't do it at a high rate, and then don't do it to where it's gonna put your team in a bad position. I mean, I'm not saying all interceptions are bad because I mean some you can control, some you can't control. The ones you could control, just make sure they're not put in bad positions to where they're going to risk your team a loss.
Yeah.
Like we seen the Sam Darnold interception, where unfortunately it bounced off dude's helmet. I mean, like I said, that's football. But just make sure whenever you do throw interceptions, they're not going to put your team in bad positions. Unfortunately, that did put our team in a bad position, but that's besides the point.
nope. 100%. 100%.
100%.
Moving on though, the America's real game of the week: the Indianapolis Colts take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Where does everything stimulate for this game? What are we talking about? All right.
I ain't going to cap.
Q, QB play.
Justin Herbert might give them
Jonathan
their first
Taylor.
year.
QB play because they both don't got no defense.
Mm.
Well, Chargers do have a defense.
No, that Charger.
Chargers do have a better defense.
Yeah, if they do,
Yeah,
if Khalil
Chargers
Mack
still
is
top.
back,
Chargers still a top team,
It's,
but
yeah,
the Colts are also very dangerous. I think people
yeah.
are sleeping on the Colts because it's the Colts. Like you've seen them play so bad for so long and not understand why. Like I feel like a lot of fans really don't study their teams and they just look at what happens in like during the games and they just go for that. And it's like, do y'all know why y'all team hasn't been like successful? Y'all haven't had a competent QB and a competent coach that plays competent plays that calls competent play calling. Like he's not where he needs to be in play calling.
and then
Who they have as a head coach now is actually a really good play caller. Daniel Jones, like Saquon, clearly made it known. You give him an old line, you give him weapons, you give him a good coach, and he'll flourish. And he's doing exactly what we expect him to. Right? So with all of that he has, the Colts are very dangerous. He's
Very
playing
dangerous.
exactly how people wanted him to play when he first got drafted out of college.
I'd
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? And
Yep.
sometimes you need to change the scenery in order to be a better QB. We've seen it hundreds of times with multiple QBs. We didn't seen QBs win Super Bowls like that. We literally seen QBs in this league win Super Bowls just off of change of scenery alone. And a lot of teams typically just, oh, all right, because of his age, we don't want to give him another try, or because he lost his playoff game, we don't want to sign him to money because we don't want to risk something that may happen again and again and again. Like the Vikings. The Vikings do it all the time. But it makes sense with the Vikings though, because for some odd reason, the next year that quarterback just plays like shit. I can never understand why.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody will understand why. If you can tell me, shoot. But yeah,
I think that's just Minnesota.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's a minute. Yeah,
So who do you think comes
yeah,
out with the win?
I think the Colts. I think the Colts. I think it'll be a close game
I think.
because
Okay.
Justin Herbert is still Justin Herbert.
Who
But
do you
I think
think
the
the
Colts
winner?
might.
I
I
think
think the Colts will be 5-1.
I think the Colts
will
will
win.
get
Second
to
the
5-1. Yeah, and a
Yeah.
I
quiet
think they'll
5-1
get
as well.
5-1.
I'm probably going to have to lean the other way and probably go Chargers. I still believe in Justin Herbert. I don't think he's. I mean,
You like Jim Kelly?
yeah. I mean,
All I'm saying is
no. I'm
everything.
just a fan
Everything is
of
lining up.
Justin Herbert. Though. I'm just a fan of Justin Herbert. Like I said, he's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback.
Not at
He
all.
just needed
It's
he
definitely.
needed a decent coach. I think Harbaugh is, like I said, doing what he needs to do. Putting Justin Herbert in the right position to succeed. It's just whether up to Justin Herbert if he wants to do it or not.
Yeah, no.
I know the technical games he hasn't been playing like it. I don't know if it's a slump he has to get over or whatnot, but I hope he definitely takes it back up this weekend. Takes this W for sure.
No, 100%. The biggest thing with Indy though is they're 4-1. They lead the division. They practically lead the AFC right now, and no one's talking about them. They're very under the radar. So a win against the Chargers will bring them a little higher up there. But I don't think they're still gonna get talked about as much. But moving on to the Giants versus the Broncos, this could be a pretty big one because the Giants coming off of a very high Thursday night win, and the Broncos coming off of a very depressing Sunday morning win. How do we feel about this matchup?
Low scoring game.
Probably the most. Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Yeah, low scoring game.
I think
it all depends how they defense plays.
I think the Broncos will win this
Both
game.
D-lines. Both D-lines dominate.
But I like the Broncos defense a little bit better. I think theirs is a little bit probably more like well-rounded. I believe. I would say they're probably a little bit more well-rounded.
No, they are. They're 100% well-rounded. The biggest thing is New York is not going to be able to pass the ball. They're not going to be able to run the ball as well.
Nah, I know.
I mean, unless they can get some like play action in and some quick pass plays in, and he stretches the
ball
ball
out
around.
quick. Yeah, because you gotta get the ball out quick against them.
But that pressure though, he's gonna get a lot of pressure. And that O line is not healthy right now, so that pressure is definitely gonna.
He's gonna be running for his life a little bit.
Oh, we'll have to find out. We have to find out. But I think Denver sneaks away with a win there, and they end up leading in the division. Biggest one going into this next game though, Kyler Murray is expected to be inactive again, meaning we're gonna get another Jacoby Brissett start as the Green Bay Packers take on the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona. What do you feel about this matchup right here?
I think Packers will win that.
Yeah, Packers probably win this. Come on with the win. If Michael Parsons can. I mean, I know he's been double teamed. I know he's been double teamed. Trust, I've seen everything, and he's still getting the pressures. But I just want to see him just grab that quarterback. I mean, just grab the quarterback from me one time.
It's crazy that in full if we record this clips, definitely pull those videos up. Mm-hmm. The man's getting double, triple teamed every play, and on top of the fact that he's getting double and triple teamed, he's getting
still
held
getting pressure
and calling it out. And then when you watch it, it's like, yo, they didn't held this man neck all the way up here and shit, looking to God. Like,
and my boy's still getting pressure too. He's still getting pressure.
He's still getting pressure. But they got Rashawn Gary. They be out.
The funniest thing was whenever he was in Dallas and he said the same thing, everybody would look back, they watch, they obviously see that he's getting held. But he played for Dallas and nobody liked the Cowboys, so no one's gonna say anything. But now it's still happening while he's in Green Bay, and everybody's like, "Yo, this actually kind of messed up,"
And he said it he's like, "Bro, this has been going on for 5 years now."
I mean, yeah, it's kind of messed up. But America's real game of the week: Washington Commanders going into Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. How do we feel about this
America's
game?
Team.
Hey, this is America's game of the week, probably, bro.
Shootout. So.
It's probably gonna be a shootout.
So interesting notes. Washington's offense is ranked like top 25th in the NFL. Dallas's defense is ranked bottom 32nd in the NFL. This has the drawn up everything for a Washington win, but it's in Jerry
Where's
World.
Where's Washington's defense ranked at right now?
It's like bottom 10.
Yeah, they got one of the worst defenses.
So you got a top.
Is Dallas's offense still the best offense right now?
No.
Yeah, they rank number 1.
Top 5.
I think
it's top 5.
I think they rank. They average like 31 points per game.
They average like 30 points. Yeah, like 30.1 points a game. Because I remember like 2 weeks ago, whenever we recorded, I think they had the number 1 offense. If I'm not mistaken, I looked that up.
They did.
Oh, passing? Yeah. They got the number 1 offense.
Offense period. Yeah,
so what is it? Is it Cowboys number 1, Lions number 2? Because I know Lions are averaging 30+ points a game too.
I'm about to check right now.
I believe so. The biggest
thing
is
the Colts
are we ranking them as far as points, or are we ranking them as far as like
everything?
I think it's just period, bro. I think it's just period.
And they're ranked number 1 period?
Yeah, I think Dallas was number 1 offense.
What they're averaging
number 1 offense, the 32nd defense. That's pretty interesting. You cannot win games like that.
Is CD Lamb playing?
CD Lamb is 100% to go and play without limitations.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shootout for sure.
Yep, Dallas.
I think it's gonna be like.
Yep, it's actually it's Dallas, Atlanta, Buffalo, Indianapolis, and then the Rams.
Rams number 5.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, that's your top 5. Yep, that's your top 5.
Who's 6?
San Francisco.
7.
Chargers.
8.
Kansas City.
Chiefs.
9.
Green Bay.
Packers.
And 10.
Then Seahawks.
Seattle.
That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. It gotta be.
I mean, y'all average like 27
and then
points.
Detroit's right after us. You said Detroit, and they're right after us.
I don't make the
really.
rules.
Yeah, Detroit.
But that's total yards though. If we going based off points,
not just scoring. Besides, Seattle had a very low offensive week last week as well.
Yeah, if we're going off points, then Detroit has.
Yeah,
no. I'm lying. Indianapolis. They're at 32.3.
So Indianapolis is the number 1 scoring.
Yeah.
In terms of points per game, yes,
And Cowboys are
32.2.
number 2.
You know,
So are we
No, they
not?
number
it would be
three.
Detroit. It would be
It
Detroit.
would be
I
Detroit.
knew I wasn't sure.
Seahawks number 5.
I
Whoa.
know we number 5. That's why I was asking. I'm like, how are we
Yeah.
10? Where are we 10 at?
Yeah.
As far
But
as total
that
yards,
was
I can
in
see that we're
yeah.
probably 10 at total yards because we only average like 200.
Well, total yards, actually, it would probably either be Buffalo or Washington. They're both at 906.
Interesting.
Oh no, that's rush yards. That's rush yards. I'm tripping. That's rush yards. I'm tripping.
That makes sense.
Rush
The
yards.
Washington's been rushing the ball very well. I mean, besides the fumble.
Yeah.
Besides that one fumble that kind of killed y'all. But other than that, though, they've been rushing the ball very well. I mean, shit. Ralph, you know.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, no.
And in
JCM's running
terms
good.
of
Jane
passing
Daniels
yards,
running pretty good.
in terms of passing yards, San Francisco would probably be number 1. They're at 1,700 right now,
Whoa,
and then
17.
probably Rams would be number 2. They're at 16.
Them 2 games with 320 plus yards from Mac Jones.
And
That makes
sense.
It's
Because
gonna
that's
happen
600.
again as well.
That's damn near 700 yards. That's damn near 700 yards in 2 games.
Damn yeah.
300 to 6,
Damn near.
320, 320. That's like,
Well,
it got to be like 680 something.
well, most interesting
Hey,
that
hey,
you're
hey.
most interesting that you're speaking about Mac Jones because the Atlanta Falcons go into San Francisco on Sunday night to take
Sunday
on the
night.
49ers.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Falcons W.
This is the 3rd straight Mac Jones start. I had said last week that this is not Mac Jones' offense. This is Brock Purdy's offense. His whole thing is he has to play good enough to get a job somewhere else. It's just an honest take because they're paying Brock Purdy too much and there'll be a lot of dead cap. So he has to play good enough to get somewhere else. What do we feel about this Sunday night classic that we have in our hands? Mac Jones
He's
versus
been
Michael
playing like
Penix.
Mike Jones is who?
Michael
Mac
Penix.
Jones and Michael Penix. What I think they're going to have to do is, if Atlanta wants to win this game, take advantage, run the ball. They see the O line they see the D line is injured. They see what they just did last week against Buffalo. Bijan just took off for that 81-yarder. Like I
82.
said, run the ball.
Most interesting though,
game plan.
last week Bijan had 242 yards of total offense.
Yeah, run the ball.
He can.
Pass. Hey,
Yeah.
do what you gotta do.
I feel like against that defense, he could probably double that. To be honest,
You probably
Okay.
could.
For
Like,
for
they're
nearly
just
then
500
again,
yards
you still,
total.
mess around
then
and-
again,
Mess around,
you
could do it.
still got Robert Salah. I keep forgetting about this man, bro. He different. You still got Robert Salah. He knows they're gonna run the ball.
Yeah, he's,
He knows what they got. He knows what he has to stop. I think he'll prioritize it. I think he'll try. I mean, I'm not saying it won't happen because I'm pretty sure Bijan probably will.
take
Like,
off for another.
Yeah, like you said, bro, he probably will work out. But my hot take on it, and I don't know if it's a hot take, but tell me if I'm tweaking. I think Salah would probably try to force Penix to pass the ball.
Yeah, you're not tweaking.
And I think
it's
You got the
going on.
weapon.
He
I
got the
think-
weapons
I
to do
think-
that
I
'cause
think-
Drake London just went off too. Drake
Yeah,
London had
I
a
think-
buff. He had a
I
I
buff.
think I think that him forcing him to pass the ball will probably give them a chance because
But
they can't stop
corners
both.
what corners do they have to stop Drake London right now?
DeAndre Lamar.
They got Lenore and Renardo Green.
Lenore's still good, and Green is still solid. They still solid corners.
Yeah.
The secondary really isn't their problem. It's the middle of the pack in that D line. That's really
But
good.
then,
Okay,
and
no,
then you
that's-
got
that one's gonna get in the way.
You got Pitts too. Like I just think that
Tell Pitts.
there's nobody in like if you're going to prioritize stopping a run, okay, what linebacker do you have to cover Pitts? Because there's nobody on that defense who's going to cover it. One on
No,
one.
Fred Warner's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
1-on-1, he's going to tear that middle of the field up.
He going.
Yeah, something like that.
He gonna
you know,
score.
something like that. I think that this game will be probably most likely a shootout again.
Shootout,
Expect
yeah,
for
for
Penix to
sure.
throw the ball a
Probably.
lot, but also expect for Mac Jones to throw the ball like 50 times because I think they're
Yeah.
playing without AJ Terrell right now in Atlanta. So I think that they could definitely take a lot of shots. Now, I think the NFL, I don't know if this is the last week they do this, but this has to be. We got a double Monday night, like a Monday night doubleheader. Why are we doing
Yes.
this? But to start off the game, everybody's
I kinda
gonna watch
like those.
Tampa Bay versus Detroit. A rematch of last year's a couple years ago playoff game.
That's gonna be a great game.
That's gonna be a good game.
Hey,
The potential for another
think-
shootout.
where's the plan at? Where they playing at?
In Detroit, Ford
Oh,
Field.
Detroit
Yeah.
coming out with this. Detroit coming out with the dub. They got yeah.
The only reason why I say
I don't
Detroit
know,
will probably
bro.
win. The only reason why I
They're
say
playing
Detroit
at
will probably
home.
win. The only reason why I say Detroit will probably win because this is the second team they've played. This is the second team that they have played in the entire NFL that's actually very dominant and dangerous. I'm not gonna let them just because they lost to the Chiefs does not make them less dangerous. The Chiefs are actually dangerous. People just don't understand that because of what they look like, because of what their record looks like. Not understanding that the reason why they're not as good as everybody expects them to be, or the reason why they're not as good as you would think that they are is because of injuries. So now that
Yeah.
players are coming back healthy with the Chiefs. They're looking like a complete team now.
Yep,
Defense is getting healthy,
100%.
offense is getting healthy. They're getting the receivers back. Play calling look like
Yeah.
it's getting a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That they're using everything that they got to use. It's no different with Detroit. Detroit lost that game because they made a lot of dumb mistakes. Those flags is what killed them. There's been too many flags, too many mental mistakes. They're still dangerous.
100%.
Is
Still
Ibuka playing?
dangerous.
Ibuka is.
Yeah.
I thought he was. Oh, I thought he was questionable. He's like.
I
I thought
think-
he was gonna be inactive.
Oh, is he questionable? I thought he because they
I
said
thought-
he was.
I thought he was gonna be inactive. I was hearing about he's gonna be inactive, but who knows?
I mean, who knows? We'll see.
Who knows?
I mean,
Baker
if he
got the
does plays
start
that'll
now.
help them.
Yeah,
That'll help them, but they're
He
so
missed practice
injured.
again.
he didn't.
I think
He
he's
did?
gonna be inactive.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he probably.
he
That's
just practiced
yeah,
again.
Is Mike Evans still out?
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Chris
yeah,
Godwin
he's
still out?
Still out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Godwin is still out.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, Ted
Yeah.
Johnson is gonna be their only.
Yeah, they're only
and,
good.
Cade
Yeah.
Otten.
Troy Franklin.
The tight
Troy
end,
Franklin
Cade
as
Otten.
well.
Bro,
And
never
is
count
Bucky-
out Baker
is Bucky
Mayfield.
Irvin still out
Sterling
too,
Shepard.
or-
Sterling Shepard as well.
What
Yeah,
about
Sterling
Bucky
Shepard's
Irvin?
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard.
Nah,
Troy
Bucky
Franklin.
is Bucky ever coming back? No, he's not. Yeah, he's still hurt. I think.
I'm keeping a bulk. Detroit win. Detroit win,
Detroit
bro.
is Detroit's
Yeah,
definitely
Detroit
gonna win. And for the
I'm going
game
with the
that
Bucks.
America's probably gonna miss, Houston versus Seattle.
Oh, I ain't missing that.
I know you're not missing that, but I'm saying America's probably gonna miss it. This game starts at 10 p.m., bro.
I ain't missing that.
Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, everybody gonna be asleep.
I'm not gonna be biased against the Texans because
I'm
even though
not
the
gonna- yeah,
Texans,
definitely.
even though the Texans
That
haven't really
defense
played
crazy.
anybody, yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
Then again,
I
Bro,
got.
the defense has played some shitty teams.
Yeah.
They,
So
I mean, he had
yeah,
close games
statistically-
against the Bucks and the Jags.
True.
They
Yeah,
lost
you're
close
right,
games
you're
against
right.
the Bucks,
Yeah.
Jags, and the
Jags
Rams.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
um,
And the Rams
what-
I
ball
wouldn't
team.
discount him. I wouldn't write him off completely.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
not
gonna
gonna do
slant
that.
right
So
back,
what I
though.
think is definitely going to happen is, do I think Stingler is going to hold JSN? Yes, to an extent. Do I think he's going to shut him down the whole entire game?
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible. But I'm not saying
He
Stingley
gonna get
can't
his
do it.
targets.
Because he might get his targets for sure. But do I think Stingley's gonna give him a hard time? Hell yeah, he's gonna give him a hard time for sure.
And
If
Petrie-
Stingley give him a hard time, I'm hoping it opens the offense up a little bit more to give the ball to Cooper Kupp. I do want to see him get more in action, but I just don't see him probably targeting him anymore because, like I said, I don't really see him get open anymore. Not saying Kupp is bad, but I just don't see Kupp get separation like I used to.
Fingers,
So what I'm
crossed.
hoping happens is I'm hoping Torrey Horton, my fault. I'm hoping he goes off and has a good game, and I'm hoping that they target AJ Barner again. If you see what happens when they target AJ Barner, come on,
a
target.
little bit.
Definitely gonna use our
Target.
tight ends. We're for sure gonna use our
Target.
tight ends because we know that we got to go up against some solid corners. So we're going.
Corners, yeah,
But
they
you got to be dumb to think that you don't know that you're going up against a solid. You're going up against a solid secondary, a really good secondary at that.
Yes.
They might not look good on. They might not look like the best secondary on paper statistically. Like they don't really got that many high interceptions. I don't think they're high in sacks right now. I could be wrong, but unless I'm mistaken, they're probably top 10 in most.
I think they're like with Will Anderson and
No,
Daniil
they middle of the pack
together.
right now. They middle of the
Yeah,
pack.
they're middle of the pack.
So they're like-
Anniversary and everything.
They're like
yeah, the
top
whole
10.
team are probably But
Like
I think
top
with
10,
just
so-
them two, I think they're like at 10 sacks apiece. No, not 10 sacks apiece. My fault.
Nah.
10 sacks altogether. My fault. Let me stop.
As a team,
10 sacks altogether. No, not as a team, but I'm just as between them two, as in
Between
Daniil
them
Hunter
two, so
and
10
Will
sacks.
Anderson.
so 10 sacks between them two together.
I think so.
The 4 sacks. So they probably got like 15 sacks in the season. That's probably like top 15 in the league right now. Interceptions.
I was hearing something where I think Nick Benito and what's the other guy playing on the other side of him? Zero in Denver.
Edrin Cooper.
Cooper.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cooper.
I think they're like 12
Edrin
and a
Cooper.
half.
No,
Yeah, I think they're like 12 and a half between them two.
Well, Nick Benito has. Does he got 12? Oh,
No, but
He got like
between
8.
them two.
He
Between
got
them
like
two.
8.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got
he
like
got 8.
8. But yeah, between them two though.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
12
between
and a
them two is
half.
12 altogether.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's definitely
Yeah,
going to be
so-
a defensive game
Yeah.
because
For sure.
the Texans still ain't got a whole line. So we're definitely going to give them pressure for sure.
Mhm.
And we still and our defense is coming back healthy. Everybody's healthy,
100%.
So what I can say is Sam Darnold can't play behind the ball either. He can't play behind the ball.
and we got to get that run game going. We have to run the
Yes.
ball.
Yes.
That run
Yes.
game got to go off.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's one thing I was thinking.
100%. I think that whoever controls the ball more wins this game because
Game,
no
yes,
matter Houston can still push the ball down the
Agreed.
field. They can't
Yes, they
block,
can.
but they can push the ball down the field. So we have one final segment. We got On the Radar, presented by nobody. So On the Radar, simply, we're talking about who's on the hot seat and who's on the watch seat. So this week, on the hot seat, it's got to be Kevin Stefanski, all right? We're going to start that one off. he doesn't deserve to be on the hot seat. But after you traded away Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco's playing like a top 5 quarterback again,
yes.
he's now, the conversation starts back up there. The roster is too good to look like it's tanking. The receiving room is kind of mid. The ground, like the running backs look great. Everybody looks great. Well, not really. On the defensive side, yeah. But on the hot seat, I have the good old Kevin Stefanski. On my watch seat, though, I'm putting a quarterback here. Bryce Young. All right? Bryce Young's on a 2-game win streak. Hasn't really turned the ball over a lot, except for that, first drive against Miami. So I feel like Bryce Young could definitely be on the watch seat for a lot of people this week. Yeah, 100%. But you guys got anything else to add on that?
My hot seat would probably, like you said, would probably be Kevin Stefanski. There's been reports going around. Like I said, there's probably been reports going around of him saying that he's not even acknowledging Shador. I think they're saying something about like Bailey Zappi. I heard. Like, what do you mean Bailey Zappi?
You're talking about the reports for Bailey Zappi being a second.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
I think they might do some.
I think they're acknowledging Bailey Zappi as the second string quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, like that's what I've been hearing, and I don't want to get it wrong.
Stefanski never wanted him in the first place. The GM picked him out. The owner didn't even want him. It was the GM that chose him because the GM believed that he had talent, which he does. I guess he just wanted to. I think that the GM was smart about this shit because you drafted Dylan Gabriel came from Oregon. It's not like he was a horrible QB coming out of Oregon. It's just his draft. Yeah, he wasn't a horrible QB coming out of Oregon. It's just during the draft process, he just wasn't as good. His height, man, like 6 what? He's like 5'11".
5'11",
yeah.
5'11". It's not too many Russell Wilsons we're gonna see. It's not too many Russell Wilsons we're gonna see coming into the league and dominate the way that they do. And it's not too many quarterbacks his size that's dominating the way that they are. Besides,
you don't have no more short.
Besides the Cardinals quarterback who's mid.
Kyler Murray.
Not really, but mid, right? And then Bryce Young who's still trying to get his thing on the go. Yeah, I think he's the shortest.
I think he's like 5'10". Yeah, they are.
No, Kyler Murray like 5'9" or something.
No, Kyler Murray 5'10".
They're both the same height. They're
the same height.
They're the same height. Yeah.
They're 5'10". They're both 5'10".
I think that was like the shortest game in NFL history or something like that.
I think after watching Dylan Gabriel these 2 games, I think I gave him too much praise, which is my fault. He does make mistakes in his pocket, but at the same time, it's hard to like really criticize him the way I want to because it's like he's a rookie. How naive do you got to be to expect a rookie to just out the bat just be dominant? Like he's gonna make them dumb mistakes. He's gonna hold the ball long sometimes. He's gonna force passes that he doesn't need to. Ball might slip, just like that low pass he threw in the red zone. When he led, you see that? Yeah, that pass he threw in the red. I forgot who he was throwing it to, but he threw a low pass zone, and his pocket was completely open, in a completely open pocket, and he still threw the ball low. It looks like a regular rookie mistake to me. Now, if he was to do the same thing next year, then it's like, this ain't it. But at the same time, it's hard to sit there and say, put Shador in. He's a rookie. You can't really. How are you? That's like saying if Dart has a shitty year, if he had 2 good games and he has a shitty year, what are we gonna say? Oh yeah, he can't start next year because he had a shitty rookie season. No, he's a rookie. He has to.
You don't want to throw your QBs to the wolves, and I feel like that's what Indianapolis did with Anthony Richardson. Coming in, he didn't give him anything. You just threw him straight into take over the offense.
Like Richardson's kind of good though. Like Richardson played kind of good, and they got injured.
He was 8-7 as a starter, I believe. I'm not mistaken.
But his first rookie year, he was 2-2 and then got hurt. He was playing really good.
He was playing well. I think those injuries was getting him.
I think it was really just.
Didn't he have a shoulder injury?
Yes, that shoulder injury that really hurt him.
But even with that shoulder injury, he's still throwing deep balls. When you look at him in preseason, he still was getting the ball out. I think it's just they had more faith in Daniel Jones. I really think that's what. I don't think they questioned his ability to be able to be a QB. I just think Daniel Jones was just more. Not to mention when you come out the game and say that you're tired in front of your entire offense. That kind of
put your whole offense down and put your
no matter how good you are. Like,
that makes them look at you different.
If a receiver say that, okay, but that's why we sub out. If your quarterback say that.
100%. I remember watching that live, and I got a little scared. I was like, "Oh man, is he hurt again?" And then he was inactive. But the thing is, like with Anthony Richardson, I had made like a little take that I'd said. Let's say he did win the quarterback battle. Okay, let's say Anthony Richardson won the quarterback battle. He's quarterback 1, and let's say they have they possibly have the same exact success they had right now. But Daniel Jones would be breathing down his neck. Daniel Jones would be right there, whispering down, saying, "Hey, I can play. Hey, I can play. Hey, I can play." And there would be no acknowledgement for Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
And like they could be in the same exact situation, 4-1, playing really good, running the ball very well,
Really
passing
good,
the ball
yeah.
very well. And they'd probably be in the same situation. But the thing is, like he's messed up too much. And Daniel Jones is the better quarterback. That's a simple way to say it. So you know what?
And
Yeah. So I guess.
and then
Oh, what do you guys say?
I was gonna say, and then Daniel Jones he's been in the playoffs before.
Been in the playoffs
with
before,
a team
yeah.
like the Giants. So it's like if you look at him, it's like, oh well, he took this team to the. Oh, he could definitely do something with us.
Exactly. No, he's won. He's won
Yeah.
plenty of games.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll wrap it up for the Week 7 preview. Raphael signing out, Quill, Keyshawn, Calvin Odom, the one and only.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know what you look like. Maybe the next episode we will. But
Nah,
I guess
bro.
he doesn't want to show his face.
Monday, bro. I got you.
Gotcha, okay. But,
You're gonna
come
see a
on.
full beard, and he's gonna look like a werewolf in the face. Watch, I'm telling you. $5 said he looks just like
Something like that.
$5 said he looked just like a Yeti when he pop out the camera.
Something like that.
All right, but that'll take care. Everybody have a good rest.